Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we? Dr. T here. We are at another Friday. The weather is warming up. It's starting to feel truly like spring. In my mind, there's no more snow days left, no more snowy mornings, no more cold mornings. I think we are almost to the point of the funnest part of the year. We're getting towards May. A lot of fun, exciting projects that we have in entertainment and activities and field trips. But we still got a little more work to do on ourselves, our character, our person, who we are. And today, I want to talk to you about responsibility and leadership. Responsibility and leaderships. What do those words mean to you? When you think of a leader, what do you think a leader sounds like? What do you think people feel about a leader? How do you think people respond to a leader? How do you think people feel about a leader when a leader is not around? What do people say about you when you're not around? So when you define leadership, here is some examples of leadership. A leader is someone who guides, helps, and sets a positive example. They take ownership of actions, doing tasks without being asked, and being dependable. Also, they understand that the choices that they make affect everyone around them. When you make a decision that's a bad decision, it impacts your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandfather, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your teachers, your classmates, yourself. It's not just you. When you make decisions, you need to think about how your decisions impact. So when talking about leadership and responsibility, ask yourself this. When you're not in the room, and these can be family or friends, and someone said, how would you describe you? And they went around the room and talked about whether they thought you were a leader or not a leader. Do you think people feel you are a leader? Well, what makes you be a leader? Let's look at that. It has nothing to do with how you look or what clothes you wear or the tennis shoes you have or, how perfect your hair is. Or maybe you come from a family that is very fortunate. That doesn't make you a leader. If you're the best at shooting a basketball or running down the street playing it tag or hopscotch, those make you good at activities. Those make you good at things. Those things don't make you a leader. What are the qualities of a leader? They're honest. They're honest. They accept responsibility when they've made a choice or a decision and it turns out it wasn't the best decision and it has impacted people. And when someone talks to you about that behavior, you should acknowledge that, yes, I did it. This is why I did it. I understand why it was wrong. This is how I now understand it to be wrong. And I apologize. It's that easy. It's that would fix so many issues for people who are trying to become a leader. They will always acknowledge what they did. They're honest. Also, leaders are the people in the friend group. When one of their friends is maybe teasing or talking about someone else, the leader is the one who says, hey man, don't say that. Don't talk about her like that. I'm not going to be around you if you're going to talk about people behind their back. I'm not cool with how you tease him. I'm not cool with how you tease her. I'm not going over there with you if you're going to say those things. I'm not going to play with you no more. It's as simple as that. That's what a leader does. You know what a follower does? They laugh on the side and go along. Don't be the kid who just goes along with the group. Leaders stand up. They're individuals. They're not worried and concerned about what other people think. They are worried and concerned about making the right choice, treating people correctly, being honest, being responsible, taking care of our responsibilities. When we talk about responsibility, it's a little different for a kindergartner or a fourth grader. Fourth grade, you're about to exit elementary school. You're about to transition to fifth grade. That is middle school. Middle school will place more expectations on you as the individual to do what you've been taught here at Evergreen. But the expectation is you will now start to do a lot of your school assignments and transitioning and being responsible for multiple books and going to other classrooms and maintaining a schedule. Expectations are going to grow upon you. Yes, they're going to ask more of you in fifth grade than we do here in fourth grade. Same goes for the current third graders. You're about to transition up to your final year of elementary school. With that comes responsibility and expectation. When you first came to Evergreen, we talked about behavior, raising your hand, not talking when the teacher is speaking, being orderly in a line, raising your hand and not blurting things out. Those are the types of things we start with in kindergarten. But now you're going to fourth grade. You're expected to be the model in the building. You're expected to be the kids that the younger kids now look at, and they should see this is the Evergreen way to do things. And that goes for first and second grade. You both are transitioning up. You second graders, you got a feel of it this year. A lot more expected of you in second grade than in first. Third grade, now you got multiple teachers. You're moving around. You're not in the same classroom a lot of the day. First graders going to second grade. You'll feel it. There will be a lot more of independent work in second grade. Kindergartners, we're about to start reading a lot next year. Math, comprehension, those things become a part of expectation. We all have expectations. So when you look at, are you a leader? It has nothing to do with the outside. It has everything to do with how you treat people and how you handle situations. If someone was to ask about you, are you a leader? Do you think other people feel you're that positive individual who does the right thing, who doesn't fib or not tell the truth, who is honest and owns and accepts responsibility for what they said and did? Or are you the person that's always talking about somebody, joking about somebody, making somebody else feel bad, never accepting responsibility for what you did? You get upset when someone points out what you did. It's not a leader. Be responsible for the expectations that are expected of you. You can do this. Let's be positive leaders and let's be responsible young citizens. All right, Dr. Taylor, we're out. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.